Ukrainian intelligence intercepted a conversation between Russian servicemen. In a radio interception, commander of the Russian army shouts to his subordinates. According to Kyiv Post media outlet, the recording reveals a complete breakdown in command, unauthorized decision-making and a lack of coordination between military groups. "Why the fuck aren't you flying yet? You fuckwit. A shitload of time has already passed. The guys need help," the Russian officer yells in response to a delay in mission execution. The Russian soldier demands the immediate deployment of a unit which, according to him, is slowing down the combat operation and putting the lives of fellow troops at risk. "You fuck. Give me the men and means before the task. They're making decisions on their own because you can't set it up properly," the angry voice continues. The commander accuses his subordinate of caring only about food and drink, not the mission. Eventually, the tirade turns into direct insults and near threats. "The guys are running around, you fucking piece of shit. We can't even look, help, or support them. Get moving. Fuck! How much more time do you need?" According to the Russian officer himself, the delay has already cost lives. "The guys are dying and we can't even help. Fuck," he says. Kyiv Post says that intercept once again highlights the disorganization, poor command structure, and collapsing morale within the Russian military. The absence of clear orders, lack of coordination, and sheer panic are leading to chaos on the battlefield and loss of personnel. The interception confirms the serious problems in the Russian army. Shortages of armored vehicles and the persistent, uncrewed aerial vehicle threat result in significant delays to the evacuation of wounded Russian soldiers. This almost certainly increases the likelihood of more serious injuries and higher rates of mortality for those who are eventually evacuated through the medical system. An unwillingness to decentralize decision-making authority and a failure to communicate accurate information are the most consequential weaknesses at the state level that have contributed to the Russian military's subpar performance to date in the war with Ukraine. Ukrainian forces have carried out a retaliatory strike on the base of Russia's 448th Missile Brigade, which was identified by Ukrainian intelligence as being involved in the deadly missile attack on Sumy days ago. As Russia continues its deliberate daily air attacks on residential areas in attempts to terrorize civilians and damage civilian infrastructure, Ukraine uses its long-range drones trying to target military and logistic targets inside Russia. According to the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, the 448th and 112th Missile Brigades of the Russian Army were responsible for launching the missiles that struck Sumy. The Ukrainian retaliatory strike involved units from the Ukrainian Armed Forces Drone Systems Forces, Special Operations Forces, and the Security Service of Ukraine, coordinated with other components of the Defense Forces. In particular, the permanent deployment point of the 448th Missile Brigade of the Russian occupiers was hit, and secondary detonation of ammunition was recorded. The results of the strike are being clarified. The General Staff wrote, "Some unofficial Russian sources confirmed a Ukrainian attack on the 448th Missile Brigade in Kursk and Russia casualties, although did not provide any details." The Russian outlet Astra reported multiple explosions in Kursk city, citing local residents. Russia's Ministry of Defense later claimed that air defenses shot down 115 Ukrainian drones, 109 over Kursk Oblast, 3 over Voronezh, and 1 each over Moscow region, Bryansk, and Oryol Oblasts. Recall Russia used 2 ballistic missiles to attack central Sumy city on the 13th of April during Palm Sunday festivities. The latest official data says that the Russian double-tap missile attack on Sumy killed 35 people. including an 11-year-old boy and a 17-year-old teenager, and wounded 129 others, among them 15 children. The main intelligence directorate of the Ukrainian Ministry of Defense confirmed that the Russian attack on Sumy likely involved Russian Iskander-M missiles or North Korean KN-23 missiles. Militani says that due to their similar size and technical specifications, a precise identification is pending further expert examination. According to Militani, the missile launchers were reportedly deployed from within Russian territory, specifically from the areas of Lysky in Voronezh Oblast and Zelenski in Kursk Oblast. The 112th Brigade is based in Ivanovo Oblast, while the 448th is stationed in Kursk Oblast. Both brigades are equipped with operational tactical missile systems of the Iskander-M type. Russian troops are trying to defend themselves against attacks by Russian drones in the Kursk region with the help of anti-drone corridors, but the armed forces continue to destroy the occupiers' equipment. This was announced by the spokesman for the State Border Guard Service, Andriy Demchenko, during a telethon. He reminded that Ukrainian units, including the State Border Guard Service, are actively using drones to destroy enemies in Russia. An anti-drone corridor was created within the Kursk region. The enemy is setting up such corridors in order to prevent strikes on equipment moving through these corridors, protecting it from our air assets that can reach the territory of Russia, Demchenko said. Nevertheless, Ukrainian soldiers continue to destroy equipment moving through these corridors. Our guys, who have already learned how to fly drones, have repeatedly destroyed equipment moving through these corridors, as well as the groups that set them up, said the SBGS spokesman. Demchenko assured that Ukrainian soldiers would continue to destroy anti-drone corridors so that the enemy would not be able to move freely near the border with Ukraine. The report comes amid continued fighting along the border. Ukraine's General Staff noted 4 combat engagements in the Kursk direction on April the 15th alone, following 17 such incidents the previous day. Additionally, Russian sources claimed that drone attacks in the city of Kursk that night resulted in fires and casualties among civilians. The emergence of these corridors suggests an evolving approach by Russian forces to adapt to the growing role of drones in modern warfare. As Defense Express previously reported, Ukrainian drone operators from the Terror Aerial Reconnaissance Unit of the 3rd Separate Assault Brigade have reportedly destroyed North Korean M1989 Koksan self-propelled gun in Kursk region. The M1989 Koksan, a 170mm artillery system with a range of up to 60 kilometers, was targeted while relocating to a new firing position. Despite being equipped with a makeshift anti-drone cage, Ukrainian pilots maneuvered a drone under the cage and struck the vehicle through an open hatch, causing it to catch fire.